Welcome into the Citroen Dispatch Combi, and for those of you who see this car from the outside, or this van from the outside, it is effectively a van. It's just got loads of seats in the back. To be honest with you, this is more suited towards taxi drivers and maybe those of you with large families, maybe with teenage kids and the likes, where you actually need extra room. It's very spacious, it's very comfortable as well. I have to say, as somebody who's driving it, I love the raised height that you get within a van. But the back seats aren't bad either. I've been in them, I've enjoyed them. Plenty of leg room, plenty of headroom is not a problem. You can nearly stand up in the thing. So it is quite comfortable. The seats themselves can be folded on top of each other, and you can fold them away to a certain degree as well, adding for more leg room. And as well as that, if you need to carry stuff as well as to carry people, it's ideal for that. It's available 6-seater, 8-seater and 9-seater, and what we have here is an 8-seater. Yeah, it's very, very comfortable, I have to say. But there are the downsides. With regards to the seats, they can be taken out altogether, but it's a long process. There's a lot of work that has to be done to it. It can take up to an hour, maybe even longer if you don't know what you're doing. The engine itself is a 2-litre HDI 125 from Citroen, and yes, it delivers quite well. Again, this is a van. It looks like a van. It drives to a certain degree like a van as well. But one of the best things about it, and I really do appreciate this from it, at the moment I've got 1/4 of a tank left, well, just under 1/4 of a tank left. I've done 767.1 kilometres. Now, by my reading on that, I'd get 1,000 kilometres out of this, and considering the size of it, considering sitting on a 2-litre engine, you know, 600 miles in old money isn't bad at all, to be honest. There'd be cars to drive that I'd be happy with fuel economy like that. Now, one of the downsides, of course, is, you know, because it's the same size as a van, it drives like one. You're about to hear it now. I'm going to go over bumps and you're going to feel it. Yes, I feel every bump going through it. But that's because of the distribution of the weight, etc. within this car, and it's because of the size of it, and it's because effectively it is a van. There you go, a lot of bumps. But in saying all that, it does drive slightly better than a normal van, and this is down to the suspension system from Citroen. It's very good, and it adds extra capabilities to it. Outside of that, the steering in the vehicle itself as well is quite good, and you know, I am happy enough with it. I do think it drives better than the van. I've actually enjoyed this a lot, to be honest with you, and you know, I could go out and give out all day about the noise and the bumps that you feel, but you have to be realistic when you're looking into this. This is, again, as I said, effectively a van with seats. Now, the other downside to it, and it's a side that I am very impressed by, this particular model that I'm in at the moment costs €36,700. That's a downside. If it was more accessible, maybe you'd see more on the roads. If it was more accessible to companies, etc., you might just see more on the road. But outside of that, I have enjoyed it. I'd drive it again. Would I buy one for my own family? No, there's zero need for it in my own family, because we got 2 kids, 2 adults, and we don't need something of this size. But I do see the relevance, and I do see the plus sides of it. So that's the Citroen Dispatch Combi.